You know what? I just want to say, I am completely within my rights to kill you right now. I'm just saying, if I murder you with a rock right now, no one would boo me. Everyone would be like, you know what? I get it. I get it. You know what? I'm not gonna say murder's okay, but I understand why they did that. I could kill you and everything would be okay. Anyways, hi everyone, welcome to the stream. I am getting back into the groove. I am. I'm here today, which is more than I can say over the past weeks. Didn't see anything of that guy. Anything of that guy disappears. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You come in here, 2 minutes into the chat is like, this bitch is empty. Yeah, I just started the stream. And then he was also like, I was looking at Twitter the other day, and one of the tweets that someone made was one of my VTuber friends. They were like, what's the #1 thing that makes you stop watching a streamer? And 95% of the comments were inconsistency. When they like go on hiatus and they become really inconsistent. Ooh, is it getting hot in here? Or just me? Yikes! That's exactly what I'm doing. My bad. I'm sorry. It's on me. My bad. I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know. Well, I did know, but I don't have a better excuse, so I'm gonna go with I didn't know. So I'm waiting if there was controversy. I think there eventually will be, cause like I'm really surprised there hasn't been with me. Cause okay, frankly, every single one of my friends, like content creator friends, like Noctopus, every other one, has said if anyone that I know were to get canceled, I would guess 9 out of 10 times it'd be you. And luckily, hasn't been canceled yet. I don't really see anything cancelable. Like I'm not like what's it called? I don't have any like bad beliefs. I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber, so I'm not grooming people. But I would imagine like my non-PC jokes would have gotten me to hotter water. Do you know what I mean? Like literally right now, I just ran into a bug this morning. I ran into a bug with my I have a plugin on Opera to download like YouTube videos from YouTube, so I can easily put them into like Premiere and like use them for YouTube videos. And I was playing this game the other day. My next YouTube video is about this game called Backseat Drivers, where you have like an old grandma who can't see anyone. So I obviously, since there's a radio in the game, the grandma in the video made a joke about listening to her radio station, and I decided to put Hitler's ranting in there, right? Because I thought it'd be funny. But I ran into a bug now that every time I download a YouTube video, for some reason, it is now Hitler's ranting. So I don't even know what to do about it. It's like every time I try to download like a video, I just get Hitler ranting, and so I have to download the audio separately. It's a whole problem. That doesn't matter. It's just a weird bug. Hitler's invaded my PC. Anyways, I mean, multiple of my favorite YouTubers take 3 to 6 months to upload YouTube, so a few weeks isn't much to wait for streams. I mean, that's fair, yeah. I still have been uploaded to YouTube. It is weekly YouTube videos, so at the very least, there is that. And I'm still happy with them. But it is a funny bug. It is a funny bug. It's not even like Hitler's, like, himself ranting. It is like a translation of a robot translation of what Hitler's saying that's like really delayed. It's a whole like weird thing. I don't know what the fuck happened and what made it like do that. I gotta show you guys a pen though. Hold on. I went out yesterday with one of my friends I haven't seen in a long while, and I got this cool. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's a very cool Japanese mechanical pencil. What the fuck? Yeah, dude. Look, man. I don't know. I needed it for a bit. So I downloaded it, but now every time I download any video at all, it is AI robot lady translating Hitler's speech from like 1942. So, mechanical pencil. It's really cool. Hold on, I actually need the case. The case is really pretty. Do I have it over here? I do. This is the case right here. This is like what it came in, which is just like itself pretty. It's by Bandai Namco. Right there, it says Bandai Namco, which is like crazy. But it feels like a pen to write with, to be honest with you. It's very, like, smooth. It's, like, auto-feeding. The only problem that I've ran into so far is I'll show you. And you guys, I'm going to show you guys the pencil, and you tell me if you see a distinct lack of something. Maybe I need to turn the light off, but it's a bit bright. But do you guys notice a distinct lack of something on this pencil? Yeah, maybe right there, yeah. There's no eraser at all. And I also just dropped the part, I think. I'll have to find that later. I dropped the pen cap kind of thing. Doesn't matter. Point is, I don't know why there isn't an eraser. I really would have liked an eraser, but I guess that would have put like a lifespan on it because, frankly, once you like with a mechanical pencil, typically once the eraser runs out on the mechanical pencil, don't you guys usually like? I would throw the pencil out, right? I feel like that's like the common practice. Okay, genuinely, where did I put that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'm on my own bullshit. But I went out yesterday with one of my friends I haven't seen in a while, just down to like Broadway and stuff, which is just like I probably shouldn't have said that. I forgot that I should probably like be wary that I shouldn't give away my address and stuff. Doesn't matter. Point is, we're like downtown in our city, just like looking at shit, and we just got so cooked. Every single time we went to somewhere, it was like closed specifically on this day. It wasn't like it wasn't a holiday yesterday, but we would walk up to a place and we'd look and it's like, hey, my dog died, so I'm not working today. On every single store. It was just, what the fuck was happening? I have no idea. I usually release those ones as storage for excess lead in my current mechanical muscle. See, exactly. Exactly. The eraser is important. I need to get an eraser. That's all I need I need an eraser. Because I have been writing with it, but it feels like a cursed pencil now because I cannot erase. So that is a problem. If you make a mistake, it is, well, I guess I've been writing with pens for so long that it's not really that big of a deal. I only really have had pens the past like 2 years and all my bullshit ass notebooks, which I have a ton of them. I don't know if I've shown you. One there, another one here. There's one over there. There should be one behind me over there. I'm a big little notepad kind of person. I love them. Anyways, the big thing I want to talk about is I went to a pride parade for the first time in my life. I walked in it, like I was actually like part of the parade, and that was an experience to say the least. First of all, I woke up late. The pride parade I think started at 1 o'clock, 1 in the afternoon, which is a weird time for a pride parade to start. I feel maybe it's a normal time, but I have a completely messed up my time reference frame. Doesn't matter. Point is, I got up late, really late, and in my infinite wisdom, I decided to put like chicken in the oven, and the chicken had been left out overnight. So I was like, I need to put it in for a long time because I'm already risking some kind of poisoning because I shouldn't have left that chicken out, and it was gas station chicken. Doesn't matter. I already ate it. I feel fine. It's days later. Doesn't matter. I'm perfectly okay, I think. Point is, I left it in there, and then I left to go walk in the pride parade with the chicken in the oven at 400, which I had completely forgotten about entirely. So I walked in the parade, which it was a weird experience overall because there's not much like organization in terms of like where you're supposed to be in it. So I was just kind of walking along. I actually like sped along past people to go like look at more of the thing. I also was walking in heels, which I now have blisters on my feet. It was a bad call. If you're ever walking in like some sort of parade, my recommendation, don't fucking do it in heels. That's a stupid decision. You shouldn't do it. You should never do it. It's wear normal shoes cuz they won't deeply hurt you. Anyways, after like there's like an end point to the parade and it was like but before the end point of the parade, there was like a split off section where you could go down to like I think they called it Pride Village, which it was basically just like a bunch of merch you could buy and a bunch of concerts, which I met a bunch of the artists, which was really cool. But the point is that like the parade hadn't ended yet. Like it was like a split off, right? This way is parade, this way is Pride Village, and basically nobody went the like proper way. Everyone just like split the fuck off to go to the village. So like it was just like it was right before like a hill too. So everything after that like point in the parade was really spotty. It was like every like 45 seconds you'd see something, oh, more of the parade, it's still going. Because it was a hill. So nobody fucking knew what was happening in the actual like past the point. It was like a gamble of whether or not like the pride parade was like continuing. Because it was long as fuck. Regardless, it's like 30 minutes later after we finished the parade. I went off to the village because fuck that. and I realized that I left my oven on, and I had to go sprint back. It was horrible. I had to sprint in heels because I was deeply, deeply terrified that I had it had been like 2 hours since I left my home with my oven already on. That was That was terrifying. Very, very terrifying. I did end up going back. I met a few local artists. One named Vicky Miner, which she was really nice. She was really, really nice. But how rough it is, how rough it must be for your last name to be Minor. And not Miner. It's Minor. Like you are a child. That is her name. And I don't even think it's a stage name that she chose. I think it's legitimately her real life legal name is Vicky. You could look her up on TikTok. She's a real person. Vicky Miner. The only other interesting thing that happened was I met what I now know to be a racist lady, but I didn't know it at the time, so please excuse me. But after I finished like hanging out at the Pride Parade, I was walking back, and it was like it's like 7 p.m. ish probably, and I get stopped by this elderly duo. They're like older, but not like ancient. You know what I mean? They don't have gray hairs yet, but they're getting there. And as soon as they like, excuse me, can you help? Can you help? Can you help? I don't think they spoke like full English, so they kept just saying help. And then the older like man comes to me, he's like, hey, can you push her? She was in a wheelchair, because he has like this like weird guitar case holdy thing. Didn't really understand, but he was clearly preoccupied. So I against better judgment, step in to go help, and immediately the smell of alcohol was deeply strong. You could tell they were both clearly drunk as shit. So I'm pushing this lady on a wheelchair through the city now. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm just following the person ahead of me, and they're trying to make small talk with me. She keeps like looking up at me to like talk to me, and the other guy, I'm like here, right, and he's like way up here, and he's like trying to talk to me, I think, but it's completely incomprehensible, and I'm clearly trans. I'm like terrified I'm gonna get murdered here. I'm just like, dear God, I just keep pushing the fucking lady, keep pushing the lady. They continue to like the lady keeps doing like small talk with me. She's talking about her day, talking about like how things are going, and then we get to like a turn, and the guy speaks up finally. Like I actually hear him. He talks about his camp is over there, which I don't know what the fuck that means. Were they camping here? Because he pointed like behind a building, basically, like in a construction zone. What does that mean? I don't know. I still don't know. I wish I knew. I sincerely thought I was gonna get murdered. Regardless, we keep going for some reason, even though I think they wanted to go that way, and we reach an intersection. And I'm so thankful for this. That the lady said she needed to go that way, and I need to go the other way. So I was like, oh, this is where I gotta split off from you. Thank God. And so they actually take it. I tell them like, hey, have her carry the thing. Like the lady in the wheelchair carry it. That'll work a lot better. And he's like, you're a fucking genius. Oh my God. I didn't think you could do that. And they wander off. And normally that'd be the end of the story. That'd be the end of the story. But yesterday, while I was out downtown with my friend, I fucking see the lady again. And she's been stopped, like hoarded by like 4 or 5 police officers. And I go, I'm just like, I'm like recognizing that that's that lady that I pushed. That's the crippled lady I pushed, like 3 days ago. And as we walk by, and as we're walking by, the lady is like pleading to the police that she's not racist. I don't know why she was pleading that, but it makes me think that she's probably a racist. If you had to plead and be like, no, officers, please, I'm not racist. You did something racist. You did something clearly racist, and the officers are just there, I guess, to solve it. Or to give back racism, because that's what police do. It was a whole weird experience. Sorry, I got a little off tangent there, a little off topic, but it was just really weird to see her again after that because I was really hoping that I would never see them again. I'm thinking maybe they were homeless. That would make a lot more sense to me. And I'm not scared of homeless people, but I am scared of homeless people who are drunk. That is scary. Who ask me to help them with things and push them in a wheelchair. That because I feel Saskatoon, where I live, is like a strong murder capital. We only recently got overtaken by Regina. So there is that. But that's why I was scared. That's also why I was weirded out that like we're like a very huge murder capital. Second for murders in the country, right? Second for murders in the country. But then like I go to the Pride Parade and like hundreds, like literally like 100,000 people were there. How are we both gay as hell and are murdering people that much? I thought that was like kind of I thought that was like, you know, I thought gay people had more empathy, therefore killed people less. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just had that in my head. It's a good possibility, and if you should be wary of the homeless. A lot of them mentally unwell. Yeah, there is. I live downtown now, so there is a lot of homeless people. A lot of homeless people down here. Like, I see homeless people literally every single day. And I have to tell them, look, I'll be honest with you, I'm just going to put it out there, but, like, I think the most powerful person in the world is a homeless person with, like, one of those, like, debit card machines. Do you know what I mean? Because the go-to excuse now when a homeless person asks you money is, like, I don't carry cash, dude. Like, I just have a card. No one carries cash anymore. But, like, if a homeless person had, like, a debit card machine and someone said, I don't carry cash, and just whipped it out, like, you fucking walked into that. You can't say no anymore. You can't say no anymore because you already said, oh, yeah, I would, but I don't carry cash. Sorry. They got a debit card machine. You gotta give them a 50% tip right now. I genuinely think it's a good investment. If you're homeless and you have, like, $60, if you just get a debit card machine, I think you could be rich within, like, a month. You could. You could get back on your feet in a month. I'm not gonna say it's guaranteed to work. I'm just gonna say, like, I could not think of a stronger way to extort money out of random people. I couldn't. If you gave me like a year to think about it, put me on like a mountain, was like, I need to think on this topic, and come back to me. Couldn't. I think it's the best way. I've been talking for a while, and we can keep talking because I genuinely just want to get back into the groove of yapping. That's who I am, and making horrible jokes. I have not been joking or yapping anyway. Like, nearly enough. I haven't been doing that nearly enough. I haven't. All right, I've been on like a detox basically of yapping, and that's bad for my health. I imagine. I imagine. Yapping is fun. It was just weird, cause like, okay, not to like hate on myself at all, but like I totally thought like being trans would be like more hated upon because I'm on Twitter every day. Jesus Christ. Are you gonna be quieter? Oh my god, what a loud intro to a game. I thought it'd be weirder and more, like, hated. Do you know what I mean? I thought some people would be my chat being like, ew, gross, I hate you, and you should die. Because I'm on Twitter. And Twitter's like that all the time. And then, same thing with my city. I was told, like, Saskatoon is not a super safe place. But then I go to the primary, everyone, like, there's so many trans people. The amount of trans flags there was insane. Then I met a lot more trans people, and I was like, just, like, okay. Like, yesterday, I was with I went to meet my friend, right? And I didn't know that I was meeting his family as well. So when, like, I'm, like, walking to his car, I realize, he's like, do you want front or back? And I'm like, that's a confusing question. That doesn't make sense. Are you gonna chauffeur me? I don't think that's how it's working. And I see him get into like I say back as I realize there's other people in this car, and I get in, and they're just like completely fine with it. There's like this is a family from Estevan, Saskatchewan, which I had to like say to you guys, Estevan, Saskatchewan. Like people in the high school are just saying the N word. They're just like say for fun. It's like a sport there. There was literally like a single, maybe two black people in that town, entirely. All right. It was an extremely racist, homophobic, incredibly horrible town. They came from. They're just like, why would we care? We're chilling. It's like weird how accepting people are. It's weird how accepting the average person is when all I see online is like hate, hard as hell. Twitter is literally only extreme of the people, politician, social sense. Yeah, I agree. I think it's true. It's just like weird to see like, man, people do not care that much. It's like you would think. The average person either doesn't care or supports. I think doesn't care is probably the best. It's just like, fucking whatever, man. You do. I don't. Why would I give a shit? I'm trying to eat my goddamn burrito, man. Can you shut the fuck up? Who is this diva? It's me. It's been me. But it was just odd to experience because I really thought I would get like a lot more backlash to like publicly come out and stuff. I thought, maybe like some slurs. I thought something. But no, nobody fucking cares. Not a single fucking person have I met that actually is like, I don't like this, don't support this, other than my mom. My mom does not know, and she will not know, because every time I call her, she is like talking about how much she loves Trump. And I'm just gonna say it, I don't think you can love Trump and support trans people. I don't think that works. I think that two ideologies don't mix. I just think of Twitter porn. Honestly, kind of same. Like most of my Twitter feed is trans people, and then like really really hot semi-naked cosplayers, and then just like basically the same thing but in drawn form by really awesome artists. So you know what? I'm with you, Crispies. Hi, Jonah Ball, by the way. We're gonna play White Knuckle in a second here, but I deeply miss yapping. I feel like the point of like not having other people in my streams that I can yap about total bullshit for like an hour and a half, and it's completely fine. Speaking of that, actually, when I fucking bought this pen, I'm gonna call it a fucking lady. I was looking at these like weird ass like pencils because it was a stationery store, and as it was like a rectangle at the end of a pencil, and I have seen stuff like that. That's charcoal, okay? So I'm like reaching out to the fucking like pencil. I'm touching it. I'm like, oh, is this charcoal? And then I touch it, and I realize it's a fucking eraser at the end of a pencil. I'm stupid. And this fucking lady beside me just like looks over, then looks back, and then just walks off and goes, "It's a fucking pencil. It's a fucking eraser." Fucking ow, man! I know now. It took me a while, okay? I didn't know. What if it's my first pencil I've ever seen in my entire life, and you're being like ableist or something? Fuck that lady. Fuck that lady. All right. They didn't have to be so sassy. She was like 70. I mean, there's a lot of things you don't know. I'm gonna show you Death Stranding 2, huh? You'd watch that lady like take off her fucking shoes and put her feet in the dirt and then turn into a monster, okay? And you're gonna be the one confused. It did really look like charcoal, in my defense, all right? Because the one I looked at was like black, but then the other ones were like pink and orange. So I should have known. I've never claimed to be smart though, but I wanted to say fuck you to that lady because I didn't deserve that. Okay? I deserved better. I have more things to complain about. Death Stranding, it's on the top of Death Stranding 2. It released, and holy fuck, I want to play it. I want to play it so bad. I thought it'd be coming to PC because Death Stranding 1 is on PC, but I forgot that it's all Sony. Everything's Sony. Oh my fucking god. I'm so tilted about Sony. I really deeply am. We still haven't received PC Bloodborne at all. Fuck you, Sony. There's other games. I swear there's other games. I can think of that on my head. Stellar Blade. I wanted to play Stellar Blade. Couldn't do it. And then I was going to, but I was like, I'm not fucking paying full price for a game that's like 2 goddamn years old now. Fuck you. Xbox is straight cooking recently. That's so true. Because I've heard their next console is literally just Steam, which like I I like, but I'm thinking that's probably a monopoly, right? Like that would start to get into like we're in a monopoly zone where Steam has too much of the market. It already has too much of the market. It is facing that. But I was saying like that would be more of the market, right? Have Steam, and I have a handheld, and I have a VR collab. I don't care with the VR collab. I've had VR, and all I have to say about it is Jesus fucking Christ, make it infinitely better and easier to use, because holy fuck, that shit is ass. If any of you have ever had VR, you'll know it is horrific. Horrific. Terrible. I could not think of a worse, like, harder thing to use. Because it breaks so often. Like, literally, like the, what's it called? The things you use, the base stations, you could literally just flick one. Like, just like, literally just this. And it would die. It would explode. The internals would just, like, go into code red, and it would just be, like, internal explosions, like, you have internal bleeding, it would die. A flick! That would kill it. It's horrible! Your mom gay? Dude, if my mom was gay, my life would have been infinitely better. That would have been sick. I would have loved my mom was gay. She might have been, honestly. She might have been. She had a suspiciously close relationship with this one lady who got cancer. And I always suspected that, but the lady who got cancer did die, so I guess we'll never know. Thank you so much for the sub, Gray. How you doing? The thing I have with the VR is that the British furry saying he has phantom pain. Oh my fucking god. Dude, I absolutely love when we get new technology, because it breeds like a whole new brand of losers around that technology. Do you know what I mean? Because when we got AI, we got AI bros. Same with like NFT bros. And then like there's like the VR people who like have like phantom sense, phantom pain. Same category. Every time we get like new technology, there's a whole new like brand of losers that come with it, and it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful experience to like just live on this earth and experience and get to make fun of those losers. Because that is, you don't have phantom pain. No, you don't. It's not real. It's all in your head. It's fake. It's propaganda. I got sent the VR chat phantom pain people because I'm saying no. You're right. It doesn't exist. It's not fucking real. Okay. Like if I were to just like go like slap you in like the camera, not a single one of the audience, unless you're watching unless it's a VTuber doing that, in which case the audience will at least play along, because something else is going on there, some mental problems. But regardless, no one's gonna be like, oh my god, streamer, you hurt me. Don't you know I have phantom sense? When you slap the camera, I feel hurt. No. Maybe actually though, because I think I think PewDiePie's intro for a long time was like the bro fist to the camera, and I guarantee if you look in the comments, people make at least jokes about it. But some motherfucker had to be serious in those comments. Maybe I'm just putting it out there. That must have been like the first iteration of it. I believe you would slap the shit out of the chat like that. That's really hard. I just cannot, like, that's a real person would say that. I know you're joking, but like there are real people on this planet that would genuinely say and believe that. They would feel hurt. And I'm not gonna say it's anybody, but specifically I'm gonna say like Fuamoka. The Fuamoka twins? If they did that, I feel like the chat would actually like, yeah. Because I've never seen a chat more parasocial than the Bow Bow motherfuckers. I don't know why they never have a sense to like take off the headset. I know. It's like the what's it called? Did that really old video of like the VR people on the beach, and this guy is like, yeah, here comes the airplane to the girl, and so somebody comes over. It's like, hey dude, back off, and he just fucking points and laughs. And, like that's the only response you can have, because like, look, with internet bullying, right? With internet bullying specifically, it's gonna be there when you go back, right? Because you'll get a message, it's gonna be there when you go back. It's like on your wall, right? So there's a sense of permanence. It like literally with like a VR headset, it's I am in VR. I am no longer in VR. 5 minutes later, I opened the VR. Oh, that guy got bored and he left because I left. Or watch this. Scroll up. New world. Join world. Done. 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 How is cyberbullying just turn off your computer? See, like, there's that, right? But I'm saying there's permanence to cyberbullying. Because it's still there when you come back. They have a knife. Yeah, I don't have, like, a pill cutter. So I've been using this to cut my pills. I really should get a pill cutter. But this is my, my pill cutter. I keep it on my desk now because I have to do it every day. Point is, there's permanence to that, right? You can come back to your socials later, and those mean comments will still be there. I have experience with that on my YouTube videos. Happens all the time. Point being, there's permanence. Why I try when we have a knife, I'm scared. I just have a knife on my desk at all times. Alright, I have a knife on my desk at all times. Alright? I also have scissors. I have scissors right there. It doesn't matter. But with that VR headset, there's no permanence. If you're feeling uncomfortable, you are no longer uncomfortable. Or you swap worlds. You can even just disable people. In every single VR game ever, you can just, like, go and delete them from the world. Mute them, disable them. You don't even see their avatar at all. Slap chat, now they're threatening to stab us. I never did that at all. I never did that at all. Look, I've learned my lesson, alright? I've become a less violent, nicer, kinder person. I actually... Not really. You guys want to see what's been angering me so much lately? Hold on. I've been trying to get, like, my foam to stick my walls, like my sound foam, and it just fucking won't at all for some reason. Look at this bullshit. Like just so much fucking tape on the wall, and they keep falling off. I've gotten this much finally, but Jesus Christ, I've been, like, in an actual goddamn war to try and, like, make it fucking stick to the walls. And, like, as I'm just, like, playing games, it'll, like, fall off the walls and, like, shake my entire fucking desk, and I would get infuriated and sad someone over that. But, thankfully, it's finally sticking. It takes, like, to put out, like, I don't know, 8 pieces, 9 pieces, it's been, like, 2 rolls of tape. 2 fucking rolls. It's some bullshit is what I'm saying. I'm really mad about it. I'm really mad about it, and it's why there's nothing on my wall currently, is because I've been trying to fucking... I've been in a fucking, like, actual war to get them to stick to this wall, and they just won't. Yeah, it is a skill issue. It is very much a skill issue. I will give you that. I will absolutely give you that. It is a skill issue, and it is my fault. Different and don't use any soundproofing. I need the soundproofing! I need the soundproofing, okay? It's a desperate need from me. I would like the soundproofing. That'd be nice. Poor quality mic is funny. Do I have it? It's over there. I don't have it. I don't have it plugged in. I'm sorry. You set me up for such a good, like, slam dunk of a joke if I had it actually set up, but I don't. So I'm really sorry. Use a Turtle Beach headphone mic, dude. I used to swear by Turtle Beaches when I was younger. I thought they were, like, the only microphone you could have was just, like, Turtle Beaches. Holy shit, those things were ass. Why did our moms ever get us those? They were like $120, and they sucked. They lasted like 6 months. They had new ones. You help my streamer. You said it for a great time, Doug, and I'm sorry. Astro A40s for life? I don't even know what that is. Astro A40s. What is that? Oh, I'm looking at A50. Logitech G Astro A50 is $540. Jesus Christ, just fucking robbed me blind. I have seen some streamers using this, though. The fuck? I mean, mine were $300, but also they're old as hell at this point and, like, duct taped. And, like, actually, considering, like, inflation, how down the Canadian dollar is, it's probably the same, similar pricing, because this is like $350. They're like studio mics, studio headsets. There's like an amp over there. It's a whole fucking nightmare. regardless, what the fuck was going on with that back then? Also, what the fuck was Xbox Live? And why is everything that now? I'm so glad there's no, like, Steam Live, but Jesus Christ, my mom was already spending $80 a year on the new Call of Duty. You gotta fucking buy me Xbox Live too? Fuck you, Xbox. Now everything's doing it. Fucking Nintendo Plus or Nintendo Online, PlayStation Plus. Xbox Live is peak multiplayer. I mean, it was peak multiplayer, but like, making me pay $80 a year? Fuck you. Genuinely, fuck you. I hope whoever thought of that has their... It was probably a man, right? Has their penis rot off. I'll never be able to relive the glory of Halo Reach. I mean, I fucking know. Dude, this is entirely off topic, but it's on the topic of Halo. The fucking, like, infinite stupidity it took to release Halo Infinite without Forge is, like, that is insane to me. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever do that? That's stupid. You're stupid. You are stupid. To release Halo Infinite without fucking Forge. The main thing of Halo is cool custom games. Cool, fun custom games. I don't want to play Halo like it's some competitive shooter. It's not. It's fun. Fucking me up. They're fucking me up. They're fucking me up. Playing the 5-minute demo of Minecraft because I didn't have Xbox Live. See, it was... I remember doing the same thing. It was bullshit. It was bullshit. And it pissed me the fuck off. I don't know why they did that to us. Also, this is still related, but why the fuck were game releases so early in the, like, or updates so early in the morning? I remember as a kid, if I wanted to wait until after, if I wanted to, like, play a game that day, I had to wake up really early to play the new update. Come on. And they released it at, like, 2 p.m. Okay? Because I wanted to play the game when it came out. Or the update when it came out. Especially, like, the DLCs for Call of Duty when I was younger. Because the game was in development hell, and Microsoft demanded that they release something when the game was horribly managed and not ready to be released. Oh. That is fair, actually. Yeah. But, gonna be honest, could have spent all that development time they put into, like, some weird open world story into just, like, the important parts of the game. Because I know Halo was important for its story. I played the story in the Halo games. But let's be real here. The more important part is the multiplayer. It's more important. It's always been more important, I feel. It's like, I think the only time that a story mode was ever, like, strongly important to a multiplayer game was probably Overwatch 2. It's probably that. That's the only time I could think of where, like, it really mattered to get the story mode right, and they really fucked the dog on that one. Which, okay, can any of you tell me, is that a real saying? Because I've been saying, I've been saying that for a while now. I think it's like a variation of screw the pooch. Yeah. I've been saying that for a while now. And yeah, screw the pooch. But I don't know why I've been saying that for a while. It's just really funny to say. No, not a real saying? That is unfortunate to hear because it is really funny to say. Don't say that. I don't say it in public. But, like, it's white woman moment? Is that a... Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so true, actually. That's so true. You know, actually, I gotta admit, that was the one good thing I could think of that Leafy is here did. Out of all the people he bullied and was, like, really gross, really, like, awful to, there were a ton of people who just, like, fucked animals. And he made fun of them for it. And you know what? Gotta give it to him. That's a good target. If you were to pick anyone as, like, a target of, like, your bullying, Zoophiles, pretty good target. That's a pretty good target. Overwatch had me in a death grip until Overwatch 2. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, I loved Overwatch 1. I played the fuck out of it. I fell out of it in like later years for Apex Legends, um, but I loved it, and I think a lot of it's still had a pretty decent play base. Overwatch 2 was just like so much worse, and the best part is that it's becoming just Overwatch 1. Like every single change they made in Overwatch 2 has been like slowly reversed into just Overwatch 1. So like I'm not really certain what the fuck their thought process was, because it was bad, clearly. I speaking of that, did you guys hear about that Save a Fox lady? I just learned recently the people who are like harassing her, zoophiles. And look, it's a complete tragedy. It's a complete tragedy. But I could not imagine like taking the opinion of someone who wants to fuck dogs into consideration. Do you know what I mean? Like if someone tells me you're ugly and I hate your outfit, it's gonna get to me. It's gonna get to me a little bit, right? It's gonna hurt my feelings. But if I later, if someone, it's the exact same person, but I know that they have any attraction to any animal whatsoever, I'm over. It just like bounces off of me. That not even care. I think you're pretty. Thank you. You know what? Actually, speaking of that, I talked about the going to the Pride Parade. Being a man sucks. I got like 20 compliments over at like the 2 to 3 hours that I was at the Pride Parade, just like hanging out. Like an insane amount. People would just like come up to me and compliment me. It was crazy. It was awesome. Being a man sucks. If you look good as a man, no one's gonna compliment your ass. Fuck you. But I got a ton of compliments. It was crazy. Andrew head, I am cursed from this earth as a sick shit white man. I'm just gonna say I feel for you. I feel for you because like, frankly, look, in the terms of gender politics, I think that men do have it rough. That shit sucks. Cause I didn't really get like in like dating partners, I didn't really get much like empathy in my dating partners until I was dating like as like a woman. And then I got some empathy. And it was like, this is like crazy. You can like understand why my feelings are hurt? That's weird to me. Being a 5'3" malnourished is a blessing in disguise. I made the femme nutrition so easily. Honestly, fantastic. Incredible. I think just like, if you like stray away from like the cis hetero like manosphere, you immediately experience life in like a better terms, so long as you are in like an accepting area. If you live in like Utah in America, you're fucked. Just like I don't know, knock up a white girl and pray for the best. You'll maybe have a bad experience with a mother-in-law or something, but I don't think it's gonna be gay there. Having rights by default is poggers. That is true. Yeah, I've heard a lot. I've heard they just recently set up checkpoints at like the American-Canadian border because too many people were leaving America and they wanted to stop people from leaving America. Brother, nobody wants to even be there anymore. It's so bad. It's crazy. It is insane. I think people are leaving on like such a massive scale that they're just like, oh, we gotta do something. The even worse part is that like, do you know how like integral? I'm not an economics major. You can look at me and be like, yeah, that person's probably not an economics major. Yeah, it's true, okay? But I do know that tourism is a really, really good way to boost the economics of your country because people from other countries spend like that country's money in your country, which boosts your economy because they put money from other countries into your country. Now, I'm not going to go specifics because I don't know anything, but what I understand, good thing. What I also understand is nobody wants to go to America anymore because they're genuinely deeply scared of America. So, that's gonna be really bad in the long term, I think. Probably not good, I imagine. I'm not, again, I do not know anything about the economy. I'm just thinking that's probably gonna be pretty bad. My life situation is to be the bi straight girl's boyfriend at Pride. You know what? Valid as fuck. What I have learned about dating bi girls is that you gotta tolerate their obsession with celebrities. Typically, like they will want to like they will look at like you'll be watching like a TV show with them, and they'll talk about how they want to have that like character's children, and you just gotta tank that. You can't say it. You can't say it. You can't talk about that ever, but you have to tank them saying that. I was watching The Boys with Riley, and she like every single fucking time Butcher, like Billy Butcher was on screen. Same with Homelander, which oh my god, that lady's in for a fucking like reckoning when she sees more of Homelander. Um, she would not stop talking about it. So you gotta tank that. That's like the bi tax is that they will say depraved things about any TV show you're watching, and you have to tank it. I want to leave the country anymore because I know if I try to come back, I am definitely getting detained by CBP upon reentry. Well, that's an acronym that I don't know. Dude, we're gonna learn some stuff, guys. CBP. Customs and Border Protection. Oh. Why would you be detained? Black Not Beloved. Look, I'm not gonna say that I don't get it. I'm not gonna sit here and like lie to you guys. Like Billy Butcher and Black Noir, I totally get. I'm just saying. But like, no people don't look at a character on screen and go, "Oh my fucking god, my ovaries are gonna burst. I want their fucking kids so bad." That's a normal thing to do. Okay, it's a bi thing to do. It's a very bi thing to do. I'm a communist who's a member of a communist party. Oh, really? That's awesome. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if I'm wholly for communism because I don't understand it. But at the very least, I'm way more for communism than I am for capitalism because capitalism does not work. Capitalism does not work. Not without at least some communism in it because, you need the government to be like, yeah, no, you can't be a fucking billionaire and not get taxed. Which, thank God, in New York, Zoran Mamdani, beloved, got elected. Thank you, Schlatt. I genuinely, fully, wholeheartedly believe that Jay Schlatt is a very strong reason why Zoran Mamdani got elected in the New York election. Because for months, he kept making jokes about how Andrew Cuomo killed his grandmother. Well, and that's true, he did. But, like, I think that was a very strong reason why he won. And I would love to see that, like, I see, what's it called? Jay Schlatt talk to the new mayor of New York. But, like, I don't think, like, capitalism can particularly work unless you have, like, a governing body that's like, yeah, no, we're not going to let you own, like, 7% of the market share of housing. Are you fucking insane? We're not, no, that's a stupid idea. What the fuck is wrong with you people? No, bad idea. Where, you guys are, like, lobbying against public transportation? No! What the fuck you? Stop it! And, like, slaps him on the head. So, that, at the very least, I think it's a good idea to have, like, a solid amount of communism. Like, government, because people are, like, so scared of communism, when in reality, like, if you were to, like, not say the words communism or capitalism or socialism at all, and just explain things to a person, they'd be like, that's great, I like that idea, why don't we do that? And then you were like, yeah, because it's actually, like, communist, it's a communist idea. And then they'd be like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. What is wrong with you? You tell me you don't, like, I think one of, sorry, this is, I'm getting too political, but it's just weird to me. But I just want healthcare. I know, healthcare. I'm like, how do you guys not have healthcare? You guys send like genuinely billions of dollars to Israel each year, and Israel has universal healthcare and you don't. Like, you can't do anything but laugh. That's funny. That's really funny. I can't believe that we're just 1/8 into this government term. It is likely to die soon. Well, I hope not. I hope not. I genuinely hope you guys get better. We literally just like recently, Canada, like this year as of January, I think, we get universal dental care as well now for anyone earning like less than $80,000 a year, which is a lot of people. So like, I'm just saying. Well, you guys are like, come to Canada. Come to Canada. Marry a Canadian white woman, okay? You have to tolerate maple syrup because it really is not that good, but it's okay. There's some other benefits in there. I've been pain waiting to rot. I genuinely am so sorry for you guys. I really like. I cannot think of a genuine reason why anyone would want to stay in America at this point. I couldn't think of one because like, economy and grocery prices bad. The job market bad. Housing market bad. Healthcare and coverage bad. General social climate bad. Schooling okay if you're rich and white. My friend engaged to a Canadian, but they live in Chicago. Are you available for that? I don't think I will ever get married in my lifetime. That sounds like look. Call me brainrotted all you want. I listen to way too many Am I the Assholes on TikTok that are stolen from Reddit that end in divorce. I'm just gonna say it. Hey, look, if a girlfriend cheats on you, it's like you can just wash your hands, move on. If a wife cheats on you, it's like you should kill yourself. Levels, you know what I mean? She a green card and marries chat for the bit. That would be funny. If I could marry multiple... Can you marry multiple people? You can't marry multiple people, can you? Not in Canada? Because I would do it. I would do it for some of my friends, definitely. Like if I had like an American friend and they were like, I am not safe in this country. I would like to live in America. I would be like, as long as you have a job and can pay bills, I'll marry you. I'll marry you. I know Canadian polygamy laws. I have no idea either, but probably not. I imagine probably one marriage per person. If you're Mormon, maybe. Do Mormons have more than one wife? Is it normal? I thought Mormons were like very like one person to one person. Do they? I thought they were like really. What the fuck? I thought Mormons are the ones soaking, right? Where they like they have sex but don't move at all. How is that? How does the people who are soaking have more than one wife? I'm correct. What the hell does that concede? What the fuck? Mormonism is a cult? No, I actually fully agree with that. I think Mormonism is a cult, but like, that's insane. Mormons can, yeah, but that's insane. Yeah, polygamy is illegal in Canadian law according to Google AI. Thank you, Google AI. Thank you, Google AI. I wish I could disable you, Google AI. Dude, what's it called? I've been looking into, I've just been reading more about like ChatGPT and AI, and it is getting terrifying. I had like a test on my TikTok yesterday where it was like AI images versus like non-AI images. I can't tell anymore. I can't tell anymore. I genuinely can't tell. It's horrid. I really wish I had the ability to, but it wasn't even like uncomplicated things. It was like food dishes. I have no idea. Like it just like I was like it could just be a good like photo shoot. Mormons are freaks who hate sex but have 10 wives and 1 million kids. See, that's how does that work? I don't get it. I'll never get it. I'll never particularly get it because like how are you gonna have like a culture based on like having lots of kids and then also like be like don't have sex? Bad. I don't know. I don't know. If you was a Mormon's wife, what would you do? Either try to gaslight her into believing that sex is cool and awesome, or kill myself. It's one or the other. All right. Look. I cannot believe some people are like okay with this, but like, I get if you're asexual, right? If you're asexual, but like, how are you gonna have a relationship and only have sex once a year? What? Were you insane? Are you a fucking madman? I like that's like a complete like hatred of life to me. I'm Mormonism. In Mormonism, basically, if you're married, go crazy. Oh, is that what it is? Okay, well that's not too bad then. I do think it's really weird though. Have you ever seen like online couples of like ones or like videos online of like a couple who was waited a long time to like even kiss, and you see them at their wedding and they're just like literally like eating each other's faces off because they've never kissed before and they're just like so pent up. Jesus Christ! Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I I'm not a big religious person. I think most religions, par for Buddhism, are like basically cults to get your money and your devotion so that they can stay afloat. I think they've always kind of been that. I think there's value in them because like if I think praying has value in being like, having good wishes, but like I think there's a lot to it where it's just kind of like, have you ever looked at a priest literally a priest in any religion? Those motherfuckers are rich as hell. And 90% of religions are like, the rich are evil. And yet this fucking priest he's wearing a goddamn Rolex and he's flying a private golden jet. And we're supposed to be like, yeah, I love you, Mr. Priest. Take more of my money. Regardless, that's insane to me that they would wait that long. Look, maybe I'm a slut. I could be, all right? But to like get into a relationship with someone and like wait that long, no, I could literally never, because like, frankly, if you if like you don't really, I don't think they even talk about it really. But like, what if you like get married to someone who would literally never go down on you? I'd divorce immediately. I like that. Come on, grow up, grow the fuck up. All right, put some genitals in your mouth. Grow up. I probably shouldn't say it like that. Sorry. Those are mega churches. Most denominations denounce those. I mean, yeah, but like I think like the average like heavily religious person, I'm saying heavily religious, is just like okay with those sort of things, I've met a lot of religious people that I'm just like, yeah, they're cool. They're very cool. They're okay with gay people. They're okay with like trans folk. They are like, yeah, I think rich people kind of are a sin because that's what it says in the fucking Bible. So, I think there is that. They throw money at you and only want to cuddle. Look, maybe I am a slut. Jesus Christ. I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want to be in that sort of relationship. Like, come on. Sex is fun. Like, any person who is not asexual, we can all agree, sex is fun. Fun and based. And cool and awesome. Okay? Grow up. Put some genitals in your mouth. I think that's a good quote. That's a good quote. I'm happy to be quoted like that. True experience with religion. Go to a small town church. I know. I would say a small town church. But the thing about small town churches is that, like, they're good for, like, being okay with religion. But every small town has like some main problem. Because my town wasn't particularly homophobic. We were okay with gay people, right? But holy fuck, was it racist, right? I don't think you can have a small town and not have some sort of like ism. Do you know what I mean? It could be sexism, could be homophobia, could be racism, but like there's at least one like evil there in a small town. I'm gonna truly. Making sure that your sexual partner is pleasure is sexier than my own pleasure. Yeah, I'm actually kind of agree. Kind of agree overall. I I don't have much to talk about because frankly, like I'm still like pretty new to sex. I think I mentioned before, but I was like basically abstinent for like 8, 9 years there, not intentionally. So you could have called me an incel. You could have called me an incel, and it would have been accurate, and I would have wanted to kill myself. But I'm glad we're past that. We moved on. Um, Gospel churches are definitely the best. I think the gospel churches, at the very least, are so insanely fun and cool that like you gotta give it to them. And I think a lot of gospel churches I've seen have like better views typically because like a lot of music speaks like empathy wise, right? Somebody who's raised Catholic, all churches are cringe and gay. Honestly, the church that I went to for the longest time, my family knew that I didn't give a fuck, even though I was like fucking 7. So they sent me to the church attic to go play Wii boxing. So every week for church, I would go to the attic and I would fight Matt in Wii boxing, and they just let me do that because I didn't participate. I hated church. Um, Church choir was. I think it was part of church choir once too. It was fun. It was fun. I also went to a Bible camp too. I think I've talked to you guys about that. Which I I only realized later in life how weird some of it was, cause it like they had it was just like a whole weird. Bible camps are weird. Bible camps are very weird. You couldn't like do anything until you memorized like Bible lines. I remember I got made fun of for my underwear there. I got changed. I was like I can't remember what age I was, but I wasn't even a teen yet. And they made fun of me for I had like tidy whities, and I was getting changed, and like the camp counselor, 20-year-old man, pointed to my like 10-year-old ass and made fun of me. And then everyone else pointed and laughed for my tidy whities. I didn't like boxes. They're uncomfortable. Okay? What the fuck did I do? Fuck you, old man. Regardless, weird place. I was thrown into attic too. I don't know if that's a good thing, Mrs. Snow Owl. I don't know if that's like a good and base thing. That sounds more like Harry Potter-esque trauma. Regardless, gospel churches are good because they are one majority of people of color. That is true. And at the very least, people of color are a lot more empathetic. They've learned empathy more often than not because they've experienced racism. So, good on them. Very good to open everyone, including LGBT. Good to start with music. I agree. And also, like, look, have you guys been to like white people churches and they serve the best food I've ever gotten at white people churches was Tim Hortons, which is why I went to church in high school because they gave out free Tim Hortons. I did do that after the sermons. They would like a whole like thing of Tim Hortons cookies, and I would do that I would still do that, to be honest with you. If I found a church near me that was like, yeah, every week there's like Tim Hortons cookies after, you better fucking believe I'm going. I gotta play Pokemon all day. That is true and real. I did a lot too. Dude, I miss DSs. I do. I think I still have my DS, but I just miss like the era of just like having a DS. Do you know what I mean? They were so cool. Picto chat? Oh my god. You could like you could draw notes and send them to your friends nearby. What a good feature. I should be able to draw. I know I can with like modern technology. I could draw a picture and like send an image through Discord to my friends. But like that's like lame. Where's my app where I just get like a shitty fucking like touchscreen where I can just like draw a picture of a penis and like send it to a friend. I guess Snapchat kind of is that now, huh? Now that I think about it, Snapchat definitely is that. But you gotta take a picture first, and I don't want to send a picture. Fuck that. Also, I've been speaking of like Mormonism and relationships and stuff. I've been learning a lot about myself. Because like first relationship I've been in since like high school, and oh my god, nobody told me how fucking uncomfortable cuddling was. Okay, everyone online is always like, oh my god, cuddling's so great, cuddling's so awesome. Fuck you. Fuck that. So except with drawing penis, you just take a picture of your penis. Oh my god, that's tech. That's incredible tech. And then you get called by the police because you're sexting, unconsensually. So bad idea maybe, but you know what? I'll give you credit. But why does no one ever talk about that? Because, like, there's so much, like, someone puts their fucking leg on you, it's gonna be, like, land on your stomach or your side or something. That does not feel incredible. There's weight on you now, like a strong amount of weight. Only optimal when fall in winter. Yeah, when you're cold. When you're cold, yeah, exactly. Then it's, like, optimal. But then, like, even, like, I don't know if it's just me, but, like, cuddling when you're, like, tired and trying to go to bed, Jesus Christ, I would rather scout my eyes out. It's horrid. It's just like, I'm trying to fucking sleep here. I'm tired. I have you fucking breathing on my neck. I have your hair, like, scratching my... it's uncomfortable. I can't move my legs. This fucking sucks. I'm trying to sleep. It's only unconsensual if the recipient is a coward. That might check out. I'm not 100% confident, so I'm not going to agree with it, but that might be, like, an accurate statement of what you could say. I'm not certain. It's too high for summer activity? I agree. What if you sent it to Sir Grey? Sir Grey sent me worse. I think I still have his bare, fuck-ass, hairy-ass feet in my chat. And him in a maid dress, probably, too. So you know what? He fucking would deserve a penis picture in his DMs. Fucking payback for all the shit he's made me seen. The maid dress was a DM? Yeah, no, in our DMs. What are your talents? Drawing, probably? Drawing. You know, my unconventional talent is that when I meet someone, they give me an inordinate amount of trust. I used to feel really bad about it. I am a good yapper. I'm a good yapper too. But, like, there's been at least 17 occasions in the past, like, 2 years where I meet someone in a video game and, like, 2 hours later, they're, like, sobbing, telling me their life story. And, like, just because I have, like, I think people trust me a lot. So they, like, feel comfortable crying around me. But, like, I usually feel really bad about it. Drawing? Drawing. Like, do I have a pencil here? I do have a pencil here. See, I'm going to draw you a really pretty picture right now. And it's definitely not going to be a cock and balls. Except for it is, and I'm very sorry. Oh, you can't even see it. Oh, you can't see it. There, I swear there's a penis there. I swear. Yeah, drawing. I'm an artist. You can look me up in VGen, I think. I think it's probably linked down there. I'm a good artist. That's my main talent, I think. I'm also... My main talents are drawing, editing, and yapping. My three talents, I would say. But I think talent is disingenuous. Do you know what I mean? Because, like, I was really, really horrible at everything when I started. What, dancing? Oh my god. I can't dance. Dude, there's been so many TikTok dances that, like, I go on my way to try. Like, and like, I would put genuine effort in. Like, every night for an hour, I would, like, set up a phone, I would play the song on repeat, and I would try and practice the choreography. How do people do that? I do not understand. Like, genuinely, it is like I'm completely incapable. Entirely. I can maybe, like, I can attempt to sing, and I can attempt to, like, do other things in, like, the musical industry, maybe play an instrument, but, like, when it comes to dancing and, like, putting rhythm into my body and movements, Jesus Christ, I am the whitest person on the planet. I can't do it. I cannot do it. There have been so many times where I've tried desperately. There was the one Genshin dance trend where you, like, like that, like you hit, like, a move, like, bam, bam, bam. If you know what I'm talking about? And I tried for weeks on end to actually, like, accomplish the dance in a competent manner. I look like I'm having a fucking seizure. Cannot dance. He didn't draw anything on that. I literally, you can kind of see back here. You can see it back here, kind of. I'm just gonna fucking... Where are you, bitch? I'm just gonna fucking grab you. Where's the fucking controller? Bam, fuck you. Penis. Sorry, the light just makes it, like, a lot easier to, like, exist and talk. I can only dance like a quirked up white boy, no other way. I could maybe, like, hit, like, a default dance, you know? Like, I could, like, get up and, like, you know? You know, I could like hit, like, the very general of it. But, like, any actual, like, coordinated dance that would go along with a song, I would fail so incredibly miserably that, like, I could be like a comedy performance in maybe some aspect. Hit the Luddy. What's the Luddy? Is the Luddy like the one where you're like? It's like I can't even do it. I can't even like attempt to do it. I have zero rhythm. What is it again? I haven't seen it in so long. Have you tried letting the music take over your body? Yeah, but have you ever seen a goth person dance? Or maybe more like an interpretive dance. Have you ever seen interpretive dance? I like more like that because, frankly, I think some other people have like a power that I don't, where they can interpret the melody and expect the next and get ready for it. I, however, have no fucking clue what's coming next, so like I will very often, because like when you're dancing, right? Like there's supposed to be like a sort of like rhythm to it, right? Like if you're like just doing shoulder stuff, it's in the beat, right? I can't fucking find it. I cannot figure out the beat. I don't know why. I don't understand it. I just kind of just move. I just go, yeah. Now I'm vibing. And then I remember very distinctly in I think it was grade 6. It was like the end of the year, and we were having like a dance kind of party. Like we ordered pizza. It was a whole like party. Mrs. Main Prize, my beloved, you were great. You were a great teacher. But we're having like an end of the year like party kind of deal, and I was the only one dancing, and literally everybody just made fun of me, cause I couldn't dance. I couldn't dance at all, and they were just like, "What the fuck is this white boy doing? What the fuck is happening?" So dancing is not my forte, and I don't think it will ever be my forte, and I can live with that. I can live with that. I've considered taking dancing lessons, but I think in life you have to have your worst skill. Like if you want to be good at something, like really good at something, you have to be really, really bad at something. And if I want to be like a really, really good like streamer, right? I have to be really, really bad. Okay, sorry. What you just said hit me like a fucking brick. What the fuck? I'm I'm gonna read out what you said again. I think dancing should be illegal. It's racist. Oh, your voice of treason, though. Are we getting trolled? Is this a true belief of yours? There's on you, I have a shitload of worse skills. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So true, bestie. You know what? Maybe so true. Maybe. Yeah, I'll just let it slide. It's not fair for some people to do it. Oh, like white people? See, I don't think that's racist, though. I just think that, like, it's not racist that, like, black people are genetically predisposed to be better at, like, running because of, like, stronger ligaments in their legs, I think, is what it is. That's not racist. That's just, like, genetics. You know? I wouldn't say that at the very least. I would say it's funny. It's really, really funny that for some reason white people can't dance. Actually, racism and eugenics, that is not really true. Wait, really? Oh my god, sorry. Again, I grew up in a really racist town. That's where I went to high school. I didn't know that. Was that not true? I genuinely thought that was like a real thing. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I had no idea. Again, my high school and elementary school like teaching were really, really racist. So I've had to relearn a lot of things. My bad. I didn't know that. I genuinely believed that. I thought that was just like, because I imagine what I thought was different places, like because the reason that they have darker skin is because like they were like exposed to the sun more, right? That's my understanding. And I always thought like that because of like splitting at like a really old stage in evolution, that we evolved slightly differently in every single different continent. And that's why like people have different like facial structures based on where they're from. Is that not what it is? Is this not 100% on Twitch? I didn't know it was this bad. I'm sorry. Okay, but no, but like, I have a question. What's with like cultural, like facial tendencies? You know how like like it's like people will call like it's after like a Greek nose. Is that like is that I thought that why is that then? Because I thought that was like the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know. I is this streamer slightly on the spectrum? Maybe we haven't decided that yet. I scored really high in the test, but it takes a lot of money in Canada to be diagnosed with autism. There could be some truth to it, but it's a very slippery slope. It quickly goes racist really fast. Really? Oh, I always thought of it like, huh? I mean, I guess it could get racist really fast. I just thought that's what it was. Man, my high school sucked. How did I get? I don't know how they put so much misinformation in there. That's crazy. But yes, I may be slightly on the spectrum. The rad 6 score, I think I got 226 out of 240. So I really need to get tested, but it costs $1,800 to get tested. So if any of you have $1,800 and would like me to get tested for autism, I would really appreciate it. If you have the knowledge to have nuanced discussion about it, best to avoid the topic. I guess it's fair. I'm just curious, because, like, I, I don't know enough. I don't know enough, and I am scared. I am scared to say something bad. So I will move on at your bequest. But that is very interesting. That is very interesting to me. Where has all the streamer money gone? Oh my god. It went to fucking apartment fees. We got fucked bad on this place. Cause like, for some reason, I don't know what kind of they're like, hey, you guys don't make enough money, so we're gonna triple your deposit. Woo! So I think like our actual like move-in fee for this place is like $4,000, which is just horrific. But we can afford measly $1,800. I think I have $4 to my name right now. I have $4 and like 14 cents in my bank account. Okay, all right. I don't want to hear it. Okay. I've been eating grilled cheese last 3 days. Yeah, $4,000. It was rough. It was horrid. It was a deposit, so eventually we will get it back. But like, man, annoying. Is it a Canadian? Oh, Canadian dollars. Canadian dollars. I do not know anything in American at all, really. I live in Canada. Thankfully, I live in Canada because holy shit. I probably couldn't even like I couldn't look like this in America. It's like $4 American. Yes. No, I have $4 Canadian. My bank, $4.14, I think. And that will buy me another bag of Takis. Who cares? YouTube government assistance? I think, yeah, I bet, yeah, definitely. Because Canada is awesome. The job market was really, really bad here. Take more government assistance. No, I'm also just gonna. I really like looked really, really, really hard for jobs, but also they won't hire me like this. I'm still looking, but if you put trans on a application, they will not hire your ass. I was on unemployment when COVID destroyed my job, and that shit was dope. It is kind of nice. It is horrid, though, because, like, the amount of time I spent on hold a month is horrid and pisses me off. And also, I had to explain what hormone replacement therapy was to a government worker, and that was one of the worst experiences of my life. Definitely up there. It's like it was like a 60-year-old woman trying to understand what hormone replacement therapy was and why I was on it and what relation it really had to anything. So that was great. That was awesome. Telling you're LGBTQ and disabled. I don't know. I would like a job. I'm considering right now. I am like I live right next to like 2 different colleges. I live right next to like Sask Polytech and USaskatoon, and the thing about it is like They have a really good program to become like a librarian. I'm like, I'm just saying, I feel like I'd be good. I feel like I'd be a great librarian. You know, I feel like I'd be a really great librarian. Mrs. Government Worker Lady, I'm trying to grow titties. More money, please. More money, please. Please give me more money, please, please. That is basically how it went. I it was a really weird conversation. I've had to have a lot of really weird conversations since I started HRT. You'd be a horror librarian. You yap way too much to be a librarian. I could be silent. I'm really good at being silent. I can shut the fuck up. I just don't do it because I'm streaming. It's like the worst time to be silent. Okay? I get all my yapping out. I don't believe you at all. Well, like in public, I'm pretty quiet and to myself. That's it. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. But look, I think librarians should be at least friendly and yap about books. Okay, when talked to, you should be able to yap about books to the homeless people that are like there, because my local library is filled to the brim with homeless people shooting up drugs. That is what it's filled with. So I would have to deal with that. Name a single book. Oh, I have brain worms because the first books I thought of were really not books, you should say. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say the Bible either. That's a bad book. I'm gonna say, Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. That's my book. That's my book. Cringe? No, in actuality, I do read. I do read, like, a fair bit. There's, like, actual, like, novels and stuff. It's my only hobby. My only real hobby. Sergey wouldn't get it. He wouldn't get it. He wouldn't get it. I just like books. I like organizing, and I like working with Excel and that sort of thing. It wouldn't be the worst job. So I was just thinking of getting, like, certified in it. It's a 2-year course. Wouldn't be too bad. Wouldn't be too bad. No, Snow, I would get it. Yeah, but I on the stream, and I have the power to change what you say. No, Snow said I wouldn't get it. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. That's literally exactly what I said. See? I have the power because I'm the one with the talking stick. I permanently have the talking stick. Do your course for a librarian job? Yeah. Librarians typically have to go through a longer course, to be honest with you. Normally, a librarian would need like a master's degree, typically. But like specifically in where I live, there's like a shorter course you can take, specifically in like librarian sciences. But normally, like if you look it up, normally librarians is like 6 years in school to be a librarian, which is weird because being a librarian does not pay a lot. Does not pay a lot. But like I would just want I would want the one requirement I have for a job is that it has to be fucking quiet. I still wake up in a cold sweat sometimes when I worked at McDonald's from the goddamn beeping. Jesus Christ, I genuinely think there should be a study done on like the constant like and inconsistent beeping that drives a person insane. I don't think there's a human conditions. It's like a Fallout Vault experiment. If you put like random beeping at completely like random intervals constantly at all hours, you would go insane. That's a fucking Fallout ass experiment. You were someone who had like a master's in a library sciences or some shit. It was interesting as hell. Yeah. 6-year degree. You know, it takes a long time. Would you wear glasses if you were a librarian? Hold on. I have glasses. Do I not? I swear I have glasses over here somewhere. Hold on. Oh, it's in the fucking thing, isn't it? God damn, why'd I put you over here? Are you in this? Hold on. I know there's a fucking thing here. Ah! Found it. We'll see. Should I wear glasses? Is that a good idea? Cause like I would only wear glasses if they enhance the look, right? So you guys gotta tell me, should I wear glasses? Is glasses the vibe? It kind of feels like the vibe a little bit, actually. Harriet Pot. You're kind of right. You're kind of right. I'm not gonna disagree with that. It is kind of a Harriet Potter look. Should I kill myself? Slutty ass librarian. Yeah, I do kind of look like a librarian from a porno, so there is that. This is goaded. Yeah, these aren't real glasses. These are like I think these are like blue light lenses. I used to wear them to look cool. To be honest with you, I simply just bought them because I was like, what if they look really cool and awesome on me? But then I kind of look like Jeffrey Dahmer as a man, so I put them in the storage box. Need a knit sweater and use sexual passion. Hold on. I have like a knit like crop top. It's slutty, but like hold on. Like this sort of thing. Cause like it is knit, right? Nah. Okay. All right. Too slutty. All right. My bad. Sorry. That is fair actually. I almost got hypothermia while I was in the Pride Parade because I don't have like warm outfits. I like all my outfits are insanely slutty for like in women's clothing because I it's like really short. I don't have like a lot of like really covering clothing. It's crop tops and like cute shorts and skirts and decent pants, but like I don't have like knit sweaters and stuff. I really should. Pride is in June. Yeah, it's Pride Month for me, at least. In Canada, I think it is. I literally walked in the Pride Festival, like it was Saturday, I think. Either Saturday or Sunday. Get a fur coat. I desperately want like a cool ass fur coat. That'd be sick. How do you get hypothermia in June? Apparently, you can get hypothermia. You can get hypothermia if you're out in like windy 10-degree weather if you're not wearing enough clothing. So, apparently that's a thing. I didn't know that. Not bad. I got saved by the bell because I left my oven on and it was burned on my house. So I had to run back. And that actually worked. That kind of saved me in the end because like for an hour after I got back, I was literally like huddling, shaking because I was so insanely cold. So, if it's not at least 20 degrees, don't go out in a crop top. It's a bad idea, even though you will get a lot of compliments on the top and how you look. It's not worth the suffering of hypothermia. I mean, 50F. Yes. Apparently that is a thing that can happen, and it is bad. So, I've learned my lesson. If I was out there for probably another hour or two, would have been bad. A real temperature with real units. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Gray. Do you really want to stand on American soil right now, huh? You want to put your foot in the ground for America? That's what you want? America. I'm just saying, imperial units, and while your country's bombing Iran, I think it's time to start the Celsius, man. I'm saying. Also, I've had soda here the entire time, and I'm gonna drink it, cause America canceled. So true. I don't drink enough soda because like one of these lasts me 3 days typically on average. I find Fahrenheit has a better way to gauge weather to my grave. It's like, well, it's literally like not though, cause like 0 degrees is freezing, right? If it's below 0, you're in winter. If it's above 0, you're in. If it's only above 0, you're in like spring. If it's like above like 15 to 20, summer. This is only useful for nerds. Explain a single way in which Fahrenheit is better. Water boils at 100 degrees. Fahrenheit is the vibe system. Okay, I mean, maybe I can maybe get behind that, but like I need like an example of like what vibe, because I can see like, okay, 100's hot, right? So like if it's 100 Fahrenheit hot, it's like really like deathly hot. Same with like 90, right? I can kind of get that. But then, like, 32 is 0? That's weird to me. Don't go outside if it's below 0 or above 100. I mean, you shouldn't go outside. I mean, that's fair. But, like, maybe, like, hey. So, in terms of, like, vibes, I guess maybe you're right. But in every other situation, Celsius is, like, infinitely better. 30 is never supposed to be hot. 30 is cold. 30 is freezing. 32 Fahrenheit is 0 degrees Celsius. Is it not? Hold on. You guys are confusing me. My keyboard isn't plugged in. Yeah, it's 0. 30 Celsius is hot, though, which is gross and cringe. I mean, yes, but you guys must understand how easy it is to interpret, though. Because, literally, negative, it works the same for anything. It's literally, like, 0 is completely, like, neutral. Like, you'll go outside, and it feels kind of like nothing. It is colder than you, right? But it's just, like, it's just for slightly freezing. You won't be, like, you'll be entirely cooked. All right? Negative 15 is winter. Plus 15, summer. Anything above that is, like, the extremes. Right? It's a normal temperature. You guys just, like, don't get it. Besides, 69 is a livable comfy temp, and okay, that is funny. Actually, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. 69 Fahrenheit is funny. I'll give you that. Highest temperature range. I can't deny that because I'm Canadian. But like, what's the look? You see here, there is so many situations where it's like, what the fuck is happening in? Frankly, hold on. Texas wouldn't have exploded that year if you guys had Celsius, because you would understand that things fucking freeze. Okay? I don't, like, you guys have fucking weird bullshit going on with your system, okay? I don't want to hear any debate about measuring in a country who created hands. Shut the fuck up. Okay? You measure things in football fields, okay? Football fields. Oh, it's about like 3 to 4 football fields long. What is wrong with you? If in summer, a statement by the absolute deranged. I live in Canada. What if it was 100 yards? What the fuck is a yard? You're measuring by the fucking 3 feet. Do you not see how insane you sound? Do you not see how insane you sound? I'm gonna go measure my fucking apartment by the length of my knee. A foot is about 5 toes? Yeah, exactly. What the fuck is wrong with you people, okay? We have a standard of measurement where everything is 10 of the last. Everything 10 of the last. Guess what a kilometer is? It's 1,000 meters. Do you know what a meter is? You got 1,000 of those. Yes, I'm available to play Nightmare tonight. I feel like if you crown colony ass, I know you measure your height in feet and inches. I'm 181.5 centimeters. Yeah? You wanna fucking go? Dude, look. I'm just gonna put it out there. All the men in your country that are under 5 foot would appreciate the metric system a lot more because they would feel taller. Because they're not aiming for a 6 inch or 6 foot standard, okay? 6 foot is 182. 182. But no one's fucking gonna be like, oh, he's not 182 centimeters tall? Not for me. Nobody's gonna be like that. Alright? They're gonna be way more like, oh, they're about like 170? We're chilling. Had it clown anyone? If they had it, they would clown anyone else than 180? No, they wouldn't. It's too small of a metric. Because, like, because it doesn't happen here. Doesn't happen. They're bullies. They are bullies. They are, well, if you talk about women, I've never met a lady who was like, well, I only met them in high school. The only ladies I've ever met that were like, I only date above 6 foot were, look, I'm sorry to say this, were the 60-year-old girls in my hometown that would date the decrepit 20-year-old men. Which, yes, is illegal. But it happens all the time in small towns because for some reason, people think older is cool and awesome because they have a job, when in reality, those old men are losers. Doesn't matter. Included the 0.5 centimeter. I was trying to be accurate. If I could get rid of the 0.5 centimeter, I would, because I want to be shorter, because frankly, I like wearing heels. And being like 6'3" in heels is not my ideal. That is not my ideal. I would like to be, I don't know, not a height towering above everybody. Not my ideal, to be frank with you. A yard is close to a meter, I believe. Is it actually? 1 yard to meters. Oh yeah, it actually kind of is. Why is it called a yard? I am bigger than a yard. Right now, I am taller than a yard. How is that? You're saying a yard is this tall? It's this fucking long. Are you insane? I don't ask the British. Dude, the British have fucking like horrible housing if that's a yard for them. That's insane. A yard is a little less than a meter. It looks like it's a little more than a meter because 1 yard is 0.9 meters. So, oh, my brain hurts. I think I'm stupid. I think I'm stupid. I think I just said a stupid thing. A yard is 0.9 meters, which means it's a little less than a meter. That is true. Yep. All right. Sorry, my bad. I am stupid, and I will take it. Dude, I had the funniest thing. One of my friends, like a month ago, was like, hey, on the 24th, I will not be available. And we were like, dude, it's in a month. Like, what the fuck are we going to do with that information? I'm not planning, like, a road trip here. We're playing Elden Ring Night Ring. And, apparently, I got a text, like, yesterday. The day, 24th, and it's like, hey, I'm coming to town today. Like, do you want to do something? And I was like, shit, yeah, I do. You gotta, like, give me a bit, though, because, like, I fucking smell bad. I haven't showered in 3 days, okay? And when they get here, I realize he put like a message in like our chat before, like, oh, just got back from the funeral. Shit. He said I just got back from the funeral, and I was like, shit. I don't know who that's for, so I can't really say anything about it. But then I go walk up to him, and I realize today is the 24th. The reason he was busy was because of a funeral, and now I'm right in front of him right after he had the funeral, and I have no fucking clue who died and whose funeral he went to. So I am a bad friend. Well, hold on. I could have said, "Damn, sorry for your loss," but I don't remember the context of it. But like, there wasn't like room to say that for some reason, because there was like more context to it. The point is that the normal response wouldn't work, which is damn sorry for your loss. But he was talking about the funeral, and that's what I should have remembered. And I didn't remember it at all, and I am a bad friend for it, and I can recognize that fact. Why do you not shower in 3 days? I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not leave my house that often. And like, let's just say like I am working really hard on a video or like a drawing. Like, there's a solid chance I go 5 to 6 days without showering. As soon as I have any plans outside my house, immediate shower. I will not leave my house smelling bad. But, like, if I'm just kind of sitting in my room working, I'm not gonna shower. Do you feel gross you shower? I start to feel gross at the 3rd day, typically. So I try to shower every other day, and most of the time I do. But, like, I'm not the most mentally healthy, stable person. in times when I'm just like, I feel like shit, and I just want to like work and get stuff done. It can happen sometimes. Not often, to be honest with you. I think most often I'm every 3 days. It's probably my most common time. But I also don't get out much, and so like that's mostly fine. But I'll give you that. I feel gross sometimes. I feel it's my hair is definitely the big signifier. When my hair starts to feel like greasy is when I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, I just shower. I'm gross as hell. The difference in feeling gross between the third and the fifth day, yes, infinitely. Third day is like I'm a bit. It feels like it's like I would describe it as soggy, and then fifth day is like you are a nuclear bomb of grossness. Goodbye, Gray. I think I'll be wrapping up soon, anyways. We were gonna play a game, but I really wanted to yap today, and I think I've yapped for like probably 2 hours. But see you later, Gray. Thank you for hanging out. I got a message. I gotta check the message. I got a message from Gray actually. Gray, I'll hit the Luddy. Hold on. Gray, if you stay for a moment, I'll attempt the Luddy quickly.
Son of a I'm in.
The Luddy is a dance created by the streamer Ludwig that
I know you're
involves
memeing.
rhythmically moving your arm in a half circle motion while shifting your feet in place.
Oh
Ludwig
shit!
came up with the dance.
I can do that. So it's like, sorry, out of my way. Let me watch it a bit more.
School during theater class
So
as a way of comedically distracting
is it like-
on-stage performers from
you
backstage.
like
he
shift
performed
like
the
this?
dance numerous times on stream, including in a stream
Is that
where
it?
he hits the Luddy while dressed in a pink maid
That's
costume.
so hard.
The dance
I'm
hit the
really
main stage
bad
on
at that,
October
but you know what? There's your
2022
Luddy.
when Your Rage posted a video of Luddy.
I need like the video assistance to like really like hit it. Here we go. According to Asmongold, you reach Ghost Palto and any extra days don't add more grossness. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you are taking any sort of sanitary advice from like literally the Roach King, you should seek like better help. Because I'm like there's been times where I went like I think there was, like my worst is like 2 weeks, and I'm gonna be honest with you, there is no gross plateau. I think maybe there is a gross plateau, but that's like homeless people. Like a homeless person who hasn't showered. You know, like they experience that. And like when you haven't showered in that long, you look it. Like you can see like dirt and like other stuff. Like there is a gross plateau, but it's way higher than you would think. Because like you can get really gross. My advice is just for safety of measure, just shower more often. I think I've experienced there is a plateau I've lived. Do you think that really? It's got to be high though, because like I don't think the plateau is even like at a week. I think the plateau is like probably like 3 weeks. You use yourself, but you know you smell bad. Yeah, I mean like there is that you get used to it, but I think even though you're getting used to it, you still continue to like get dirtier, right? Maybe not. Not that I would really know. Whenever I start feeling bad is when I'm like, okay, I need a shower and like deal with this because like I feel like shit. Strum also messaged me. Especially in more urban areas. Yeah, I guess it's fair. I think I think general consensus should be like, it's fine to smell in your own home. If you smell bad and are dirty, that's in your own home. Who the fuck cares, right? But as soon as someone is either coming over or you're going out, you clean. You clean like fucking hell. All right, because that's like, I think it's especially if like you're dating. I think the biggest turnoff anyone can ever have is like if you go up to someone and they smell bad. Do you know what I mean? I now have like, because you know, woman, girlfriend made me. I now have like a whole fucking like routine and bullshit. Like, bam, this is like a massage bar like for your like skin. This is like body lotion again for your skin. Body spray again to make your it's kind of like for your skin. Um, and I have like lip balm just chilling here as well. There's a whole other slew of things. I have like lip scrub now to get rid of like dead skin. I have a bunch of scrub for my like other stuff to get rid of dead skin. I think generally there is a like, what's it called? Just like you can always kind of get more dirty. You can always kind of get more clean, because like I talked to my friend Scarlett, like Aka Scarlett, recently, and I was just asking her about like her general like routine for like showers and stuff, and she sent me like genuinely 17 different products. It was fucking insane. So like you can always get cleaner too. And it's probably like the greatest thing you can do for general like dating and stuff is just smell good. You don't need it. See, the thing is, no, you don't need it. No, you do not need it at all. Not a necessity. But like, what I'm saying, I think, if you're trying to attract somebody, which I'm gonna say it, me included, average Twitch user is pretty lonely. Smelling good, it like goes a long way. Smelling like good goes a really long way. Every lady I've ever talked to that has like talked about like when they are like on a date or something, and they like their like date smells really good, they say some fucking like incredibly slutty things. So my advice, if you're looking to date somebody, smell good, man. Smell good. How do you smell now, Shie? I smell like roses mostly. Everything I have is like rose scented. Rose. The lotion that I put away already, it's too far, is also rose. My deodorant is water lily and cherry blossom. Very floral. All my scents are very floral, which is one thing I've learned, which girlfriend taught me, is you're not supposed to mix scents. So like they're all supposed to like kind of be together. Like you can't like have like cedar wood and then like coffee. Doesn't mix. Use good lotion, have good skin, then use deodorant, have some good fragrance. Yeah, exactly. It's just generally good advice. Easy attraction hack. No, literally, like what he said. It's really really good at like just going on dates and stuff. Really really good idea. Because I think people just like to know that their partners are clean. Look, not to get more safe at work, but especially a really good idea if you would like to receive head. Because the more clean a person is, the more likely a person is to go down on them. I'm just saying. My quote earlier was grow up, put some genitals in your mouth, and I'm just extending off of based off that because I think it's good advice. Anyways, that being said, or wait, hold on. Are we allowed? I can't deny currently dealing with stupidity. I've been asked to Night Rain, so I'm looking at the plans there first because I would love to play Elden Ring Night Rain. Have you guys touched like the new boss yet? Or, I imagine a fair bit of you in the chat play Night Rain because it's really like way more popular than I thought it would be because of just like how easy it is for like a non-Souls player to just get into it and play with their friends. If any of you have like fought Gaping Jaw, like the new big purple boss, let me know. That shit was fucking hard as hell for us. Night Rain mentioned, so fucking good game, such a good fucking game, dude. Apparently, we're getting I think it's Dark Drift Knight next, the like epic of him, which I'm really excited for. I could watch ants get Nen. The Kekos. Oh. I hate the centaur too. Centaur fucking sucks, dude. Centaur is a fucking annoying bitch ass motherfucker. Stop flinging dirt in my fucking eye. I genuinely hope you have cancer. Fuck you. The dirt flinging bullshit is my actual kryptonite. It pisses me off to no fucking end. Like what the fuck are you doing, man? I beat Everdark Gaping Jaw. Yeah, I beat him too, but I think we kind of cheesed him because I think what we went with was Iron Eye Raider and I was Recluse, and I just fucking like melted his ass with Stars of Ruin. Because like Recluse can do so much damage with like Terra Magica and like blood loss upon what's it called? Upon using your art gauge. So you can literally just like melt bosses. And so I just kind of did that because I didn't want to deal with the second phase. Because fuck the second phase, frankly. It was ass as hell. But I am dealing with plans. What's your ETA? Anyways, I was supposed to play a game. I was supposed to play a White Knuckle, like the like climbing, like roguelike game, but I ended up yapping for way too long. Um, okay, they're in like an hour or two. I was supposed to work today. I'm working on a YouTube video right now of Backseat Drivers, which is a really fun game. But holy hell, do I wish I was able to make a YouTube video on Death Stranding 2. How much that man put like a despicable amount of feet into that game. That game is basically like a foot fetish's wet dream. It's insane. Duchess plus Raider and Iron Eyes. How he did it? Oh, real. I love Duchess. Duchess is the main character I play. But still, I want to play Death Stranding 2. I want to play the new Feet game. I don't know what's with like CEOs of companies like the Japanese CEOs of gaming companies very clearly having feet fetishes, but you know what? They make great games. Anytime like a CEO has a foot fetish, they be fucking producing games. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mark of a master. I don't trust my games to be made by people with normal fetishes, okay? Alright? Unless you got a weird fuck-ass fetish, I'm not playing your game. I'm gonna go play fucking Hideo Kojima's new masterpiece or Miyazaki's new thing. Because they got feet fetishes and their games are great. W. Miyazaki, so true. I genuinely think Hideo Kojima is more like open about putting stuff in games because of Miyazaki. Because Miyazaki was really bold about it. And I think because of Miyazaki, Hideo Kojima is like, you know what? Maybe I can just put famous actresses' feet in my game. Maybe I can just do that. And you know what? Who's no one's stopping him. No one's stopping him. You gotta give it to him. I should just come back here and yap more often. I really should. I don't know why I don't. It's not like it even matters that much. I literally just like got up here. I wrote down Pride Parade, the Hitler bug, which I talked about earlier. I think a lot of you missed, but it doesn't matter. My computer currently, whenever I download anything, is only downloading a speech from Hitler translated by a robot lady. And then like going out yesterday to the downtown district. And then there's a penis. So I didn't really put a lot of preparation into this at all. I did my makeup because I like doing makeup, which got a lot easier now that I'm better at it. Surprising, I know. Let's go raid into somebody. I think that would be a good idea. Sorry, Letty, I gotta turn you off. I've been watching. I don't know if you guys have been watching, but have any of you guys seen Cutie Cinderella's Master Baker season 4? I've been watching that shit, and like maybe because like trans that I have some sort of baking talent, but Jesus fucking Christ, some of those people have no idea. It's like they're not even thinking. Like they just be putting shit into shit and just like freeballing it. The whole deal with what the fuck were we talking about? The bug. Oh yeah, I was at the start of the stream. I was doing a bit like I needed like a Hitler speech for like a racist grandma bit, and so I downloaded one off of like YouTube. But now whenever I download like a video, it is accompanied by a robot woman's translation of the Hitler speech. So I don't know how I'm gonna solve that, but I'll figure it out eventually. Anyways, as I was saying, I completely, actually, entirely forget what topic I was on, but I am looking to raid into somebody, so that is a thing. Oh, it was considering this baking thing. I could do a better job. What I'm saying is, like, they're baking things out of recipe, and all I'm saying is I could do a better job. I could do a much better job. I wouldn't be as funny, though. It wouldn't be as funny because, holy shit, some of that is insane. Alright. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm gonna click on. I'm gonna see if I can find like a really bad stream. Well, that's kind of bad. That's kind of mean to say, actually. But one that just looks like fucked up. I can't find anything like that. We need to laugh at them. Gotta be funny though. That's true. That is true. What if I put you in into a charity stream? Then you'll feel obligated to stay in their stream. Because it's charity. And if you leave, you hate whatever charity they're going for. I was gonna play White Knuckle, so maybe I'll raid someone who is playing White Knuckle. Do a bacon stream where you translate the instructions 100 times. If you DM me that, I'll pin it, and I probably will do that. But you gotta DM me it, because I will forget. One singular Wuckle. That guy has 2,000 viewers. Is that a fucking... Hold on. I climb to avoid becoming soup. One must imagine I am happy climbing it, and this isn't peak. Ooh. I kind of fuck with I climb. Fuck it. Sure. I've never seen this person before my entire life. I probably will never see them again before my entire life. And I also may not even watch their stream. But by God, will I raid them and walk away. Because I really, really need more water. And it's very empty. So I am going to get up immediately and ignore this person. Sorry, Prem VT. Also, VT in name? Couldn't be me. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Soon. What day is it? Wednesday? Maybe Saturday? I will lock in on Saturday. I was jump spirit at Reliant Port in DMs. God, I'm the GOAT. I am the GOAT. I still gotta play Butt Night. Regardless, I will see you guys on Saturday, probably. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm putting you in the end screen now. Go to the void. Have fun. Go to the void.